management.
Black people need to own our own businesses, which will provide an economic base. Teach our youth to become self-sufficient. Learn how to maximize our political affiliations and fight for criminal justice reform. You just tuned in to Black Power Presents with your host, Antonio Lipscomb. Come on, let's talk.
And we're back in the studio again on this wonderful Monday, beginning of the week. Of course, I am your host, Antonio Lipscomb with Black Power Presents. We're going to have a powerful show today. I mean, we're just so excited about what we're doing in the community. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going on in the community, good and bad. And of course, we want to be on the right side of history. So that's the reason why we fight in our community to make sure justice and equality is for all. And that includes Black people. And so, of course, I'm not ashamed as a man of God and a Black man who's living in the city of Indianapolis to stand up and say, hey, you know what? What about our community? What about our neighborhood? It used to be a time when we used to have what we consider to be a community. And now we went from community to a neighborhood. And then, of course, when you start looking at what's going on the far east side and near east side of Indianapolis, it went from a neighborhood to a hood. And so now it's time for us to go back to community. And one of the things I'm excited about is the fact that we open up Community Church Indy. And so if you want to follow us, just go on communitychurchindy.org and you'll see all the wonderful things that we're doing. We're taking the church to the streets, and we're going to door, and we're saying that we are the ambassadors, we are the vanguards for our community. We're not looking for anybody else to do anything for us. We're going to do it for ourselves. We've been doing it for ourselves. It's just that it's time for us to collaborate, come together, and make sure all our voices is heard. Now, I'm going to have some special guests on here. I'm going to have leading leaders. I'm raising some leaders up, praise the Lord, to take my place. I'm 50 years old. I was standing in the line at Him by Her Collegiate School of Arts, and they said they want some young people to step up. And so I'm thinking they was talking about me. But then they had a whole bunch of young guys come right in front of me, and that let me know I'm not as young as I used to be. And so, when I look at my hairline, and that testifies as well that I'm not as young as I used to be. So now it's time for me to start looking at how I can raise some young leaders up to take our place. And I'm just excited about it. I still got a little bit of time, but while I'm here, I definitely want to pour into the hearts of these young men that I'm getting ready to bring on. We got Ron G. With Ceasefire. We got some entrepreneurs we're going to have come on, and youth pastor Stephen Boyd, as well as Tone. He's going to be helping with our youth department. Look like we got Damien. They're all in the back stages, and I'm hoping that they're ready to come on live with us. And if you want to be a part of the show, I want you to call 317-239-1310, 317-239-1310. But we're going to hear from these wonderful men who are out here pounding the pavement to do the right thing for our community. And so I'm trying to bring them on right now. Let me see. I'm thinking I'm able to bring you guys on. Let me see. Let me click this button and add on Damien. Damien, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, there's Damien. Okay, Tone. I'm going to get Tone up in here. Tone, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. And last but not least, I'm going to get Stephen Boyd on here. All right. So look like we got all the family. Stephen, are we able to see one another? Please know that we're also on Facebook and YouTube for our radio listening audience. We are streaming live right now on Facebook. If you go to my page, Antonio at mccindiana.org, or no, you just go to Antonio Lipscomb on my Facebook page, and you'll actually see us on there. Now, let me see. I'm hoping we don't have any technical difficulties here, that everything will be good for us. Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, Pastor.
Okay, I'm quite sure you guys can hear me. I can't hear you guys. So I guess we got to play with this a little bit. Uh, okay. So while I'm trying to get this together here, we have Stephen Boyd, which is coming on with our ceasefire brother Ron G, and we're looking to do Safe Sundays. Do me a favor, guys. I think you're probably just going to have to call in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get you um, on the live here with Facebook. So do me a favor and call in 317-239-1310. That way we can plug you guys in right away. 317-239-1310 is the number to call. Call in, guys, so we can get you plugged in, and we'll go from there. All right. While we're waiting, keep in mind we want to do what you call Community Safe Sundays, and it's going to be located at Him by Her Collegiate School of Arts, 4501 East 32nd Street is where we're going to be at with these community safe Sundays every other Sunday from 6 to 9 is what we're going for. We're looking to go throughout the community, and we're looking to actually help the community get started with these safe actions. Okay, Stephen, I see you there. Come on in, Stephen. How you doing, son? You all right?
I'm doing great. Pops. Just ready to let the community know what we need to do.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. Stephen has actually joined our church, Community Church Indy. A few weeks ago, he is my stepson, but you don't have stepsons, either they're your sons or they're not. So I love him, just like he's my own, and he's going to be leading our youth ministry. And all of us have had troubled backgrounds, but God has delivered us and helped us get through those things. And so now we have so many different leaders that are looking to give back. Look like we got Ron G that's coming in. Come on in, Ron G. Ron G, are you there?
How you doing, my brother?
Hey, G, you doing all right, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, and we got Damien as well. Can you hear us, Damien?
Yes, I can, Pastor. How you doing?
Oh, man, to God be the glory, brother, for all the things that he is doing in our life. And so the last person I think we need is Tone.
Yes, sir.
Tone, if you can hear me, the number to call will be 317-239-1310, and that will fill our lines up. But we still want to hear from these great men who is looking to do some powerful things in the community. So, Stevie, tell me something, man. What inspired you to come and want to do a youth program in the city along with Tone?
Yeah, just being from the community and seeing how it was when I was a youth, when I was growing up.
Yeah, we got a lot of background noise going too on your side.
Yeah, I said just being in the community, growing up as a young child, as an adolescent, and how things were then, how you could come outside and enjoy life and just be a child. And now I just see the way it's changed, and the future is just not looking bright for our city if we don't do something now about the gun violence, about, about financial illiteracy, and bringing the parents up to date with just helping the children grow and be children.
Right. And so that is truly the case. We just had on last Saturday, Dr. Dorothy Heron, along with Martin University, we done a cleanup over there by Him by Her Collegiate School of Arts. Harry Dunn and his wife are leaders over there, of course, with the principal over there. And we have a vocational training school inside that location, as well as a church that we have 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, on up to about 2 o'clock. We're there every Sunday. And one of the things that we was hoping to do was bring the community in on that Sunday. Now, the Sunday that we're trying to do it is this Sunday coming up. We're looking to grab youth from the age of 10 on up and begin to minister to them and help them have a variety of different resources and services. And I was hoping Tone would be with me so he could kind of share in that.
I'm here.
He's right here. He's just dialing the number.
Okay, well I can see him. As well. If y'all close together, that's probably where we got in that echo. You probably got to separate yourselves if you're in the same car. But yeah, we talked about some ideas today that we're going to look to mull over to try to see what we can do. And Stevie, what were some of the things that you were saying we should do? Is to
already doing, just going to the communities and showing them that we actually in the community.
Right. And Tone, are you there? You there with us, Tone?
Tone. He's gonna talk on my phone.
Okay. Now, we actually talked about some specific things that we're going to be trying to do as far as programs, and then Sunday, the Community Safe Sundays is what we're going to be doing from 6 to 9 o'clock. What were some of the things we talked about in the meeting that we were going to be trying to implement in as programs?
How you doing, Pastor? This is Tone. So we were talking about implementing the CBP, the cycle breaking parenting, and getting the kids involved more in the community.
Right.
As far as like CB had already let you guys know about the financial illiteracy and helping kids learn about their credit line early and learn about just getting work ready to be entrepreneurs, not working for someone else, but working for themselves and helping others to become entrepreneurs as well.
Right. And what was some of the other? Do you remember some of the other things we were talking about in relations to that?
I can get my notebook.
Yeah, because I definitely want to make sure we share as much as we can. We were kind of brainstorming, but these were some of the ideas that we came up with in relations to keeping the community safe.
The main thing that we do was provide the resources if I could, re-entry, people that are looking to get their license straight first, and after they get their license straight, put them into a program where they can learn how to drive trucks. If they're not interested in driving trucks, we can offer carpentry, welding, and all type of upgrades that will help them progress and becoming entrepreneurs.
Right. So all those things are extremely important. Let me see. Do we have Damien? Damien's on the line as well. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes, sir, Pastor.
Yes, sir. So tell us what your thoughts are, man.
They gave me a brief overview of the meet that you guys had earlier, and I'm excited. I'm an entrepreneur myself, and been so for a long time, and I'm really excited to reach back to the youth. You know, the problem is that people push these things on them, but they don't give accurate blueprints on how to get there. You know, they just come and say, this is what you should be doing, or this is what you can do, but they don't give them the steps, and not only give them the steps, but show them, like, hey, I'm where you came from, and I've made it by using these steps, and I think that it'll be validated more in our community if they can witness your transition, and then identify themselves with it.
Right.
I think that makes a huge difference.
Yes. And it's interesting that you say that. One of the things that I think when I look back as a youth, wasn't too terribly far ago. One of the things I needed as a youth is not necessarily to be the one to lay the road, because really, as a youth, the road should already be laid. We should just be helping direct them down the proper path of life. And I feel a shift when it comes to responsibility from our parents and my parents, and then our generation. It seems as though we are trying to give the burden of the youth to lead themselves, and having them think that they would know the answers. But really, reality, we have lived longer, we experience more, and I think it's unfair to try to put the burden on what the youth would try to do versus what we could help them understand and lead them into what they can do. And I'll give you a biblical example of that. There was a time where Solomon was passing away, and he passed the torch to his son Rehoboam. And Rehoboam had the assignment, same similar to David and Solomon, to lead the kingdoms. Matter of fact, David was strategic in gathering all the tribes together, and Solomon had the pleasure to be king over all 12 tribes. And then his son Rehoboam was supposed to be the one who carried on that tradition of being king over all 12 tribes. Rehoboam went to the older men and said, hey, how do I govern? How do I reign in this kingdom? And the older guy said, well, your grandfather and your father had built the temple, and it was pretty rough on the people. Labor was strenuous. And so we would recommend that you would go easy on the people for the fact that they had sacrificed so much to get that temple built. If you pull back, I believe the people will serve you to the rest of your tenure. But Rehoboam wasn't done with his desire to learn and get counsel. So he went to his own, and he said, well, to the young people, he said, well, what do you think I should do? And the young people said, well, shoot, not only will I be hard on them, but I also would whoop them with scorpions. We throw some scorpions on them if they don't do what you tell them to do. And of course, Rehoboam said, okay, well, I'll just do what my peers told me to do. And when he did that, that ripped the kingdom apart. And Rehoboam was only able to reign over 2 of the tribes, and Jeroboam was able to reign over 10 of the tribes, because Rehoboam listened to his peers instead of listening to the people who knew how to help him.
Amen.
And so, and I agree with you that we do need to give some latitude for our young people to grow in their own space, because times are changing. But simultaneously, I would never dismiss my responsibility as an elder in this community to help lead and direct them in the proper path. And so, I think we do have to take that as an assignment, and we have to hold ourselves accountable. One of the things I'm very, very, very concerned about is making sure that when I leave this earth, I've helped somebody along the way to take my place and pick up right where I left off, or, to even take it further than what I could ever take it. And it's called, generational transferring of wealth and knowledge and information and understanding. These things need to be implemented in our community, because, we got people, if they're buying their home, they be first-time home buyers because they daddy and they mama didn't buy their house. Their grandmama didn't buy their house. Let's stop being first-time owners. Let's be the ones who have owned it and who's passing it down. That's a whole nother different scenario. You see what I mean? So that's, that's where we at,
I agree with you, Pastor. I agree. And taking that responsibility, it's exactly what we need to, what we are going to do, not what we need to do, but that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We got a personal responsibility to reach back and try to pull these guys up and let them see things from a different perspective.
Absolutely. That's a strong message. Well, gentlemen, you guys are my special guests, so I really kind of want y'all to have the floor now. What I'm understanding when we start this Community Safe Sundays that you guys are going to have meal trucks out there, and we're going to be calling in Ron G. I don't think we heard from Ron G. I want to hear from Ron G about his ceasefire. What are some of the dynamics that you guys are seeing? Because I'm putting it in y'all's hands, and I'm just being supportive of it.
Steve, well, I definitely appreciate my brother Stephen Boyd bringing me on board. It definitely sounds awesome. I definitely believe we're gonna be able to hit the pavement, hit it hard with the Safe Sundays. Just ready to rock and roll. You know, it's a lot of work that needs to be done because over the even this year, you know, as we get the homicide rate, you know, we have individuals murdering 4 people at a time.
Right.
You know, these are tragic situations, tragic things that we're in right now.
Right.
That we have to all work. So seeing those of us, those individuals that actually have been through and been in situations to live different type of lifestyle before we found God and things of that nature. Now it's our time to go ahead and let them know, you feel me?
Right.
That we do have a voice here, you feel me? That we can, you know, use our ideas to be able to help create change and work alongside each other.
That's right. Ron G, and I want to talk to you for a minute. I'm free to line up. But I know that you have been doing this for a long time. You've been on this road for a long time. And I think it's time for you to get the respect that you deserve in relations to this ceasefire movement. And so in our church, what we call faith walks. We talk with the chief of police, and I think he's on in agreement with us. And I want to say this, we're not grant driven. Some of these programs, they want to be grant driven. And a lot of times when you receive money from people, then you tend to have to not be able to be honest and truthful because you have to be subject to the people who gave you the money. We ain't trying to be grant driven. We're trying to be people driven. And if we can empower people and save lives, then we know money will come because it's just the fact that we're doing the work and God will honor us and serving. So Ron G, I don't know if you probably ever got the help that you needed, man, but I want to let you know, man, that you are somebody that we feel is very special, and we will do what we can. As like we say, as entrepreneurs, as Damon said, I'm an entrepreneur as well. We take care of our own.
Hey man, I always just want to touch back even on, you know, when you mentioned the grant funding and, you know, the people that in those situations, you know, ceasefire always had just started by me simply just getting on the bus and going out there with a poster board.
Right.
You know, and over all those years, the community is the ones that brought the kitchen. The community is the ones that brought the hot dogs. The community is the ones that brought the resources.
Mm-hmm.
It was us in our own community on different sides of town.
Right.
You know, and if we come in there with this, you know, with that attitude, just imagine how much change that would bring.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And let me say this. We are already connecting in a strong way, and we will be looking to collaborate politically. I have another biblical story on that. I mean, when David was put in a position to be king, one of the first things he did is establish Zion, and Zion was his territory to deal with political issues. He wanted to deal with the problems of the people. And then he went into worship. And the problem I think we have with the church is that we want to do the worship and not look at the problems of the people. And so the problems of the people are supposed to be done before you do a worship service. You're supposed to make sure everybody is on one accord. And so that's what we're doing today. We're collaborating. We're coming together with Ceasefire. And we're saying that we're going to do this as a community. And when we bind together politically, whatever our political agenda is what we're going to push on our legislators. I know that, you know, there was a big talk about black leaders being booed down and all that. I mean, I understand that that's not right. It's not fair. But at the same time, we can't take our mind off of the ball into play so that we can get what we deserve. We deserve our tax dollars coming back into our community and being dedicated toward individuals who are doing the work. So, yeah, Ron, I'm glad to hear that the community is doing their part, but simultaneously, we need to have the city government and without any strings attached, give us back our tax dollars what we deserve. But we're not driven on that, of course, but that's definitely an obligation that the city has to give back to us. Right. So Ron G, do me a favor, man. Make sure you show up this Sunday at 6:00 at the gymnasium. I believe we're gonna have you on as a special guest, all right? Have you be one of the special speakers, right? Is that right, Stephen? That he's gonna be one of the first speakers for Say Something?
Ron G's gonna be one of the first speakers, but actually, my brother's getting married this Sunday. Congratulations to Ron G. So we're gonna be setting him up for the second Sunday. The ceasefire movement will be speaking, and we just wanted to give him a chance to introduce himself and let him know that he's involved.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, wherever you at, Stephen, we got a lot of feedback on you, man. So hopefully everybody heard you. But I just want to make it clear, Ron G won't be with us this Sunday, but he'll be with us next Sunday, and we'll go from there. Well, thank you, Ron G, for coming on, okay?
I definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you, Lipscomb. Appreciate you, Steve. Damon, looking forward to working with you guys, you and Tom. And I love you too, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some callers that was trying to call in. If you're trying to call in and you're trying to be a part of the show, the number to call is 317-239-1310, 317-239-1310. Damon, why I got you with me, man, tell us about your business for a moment. We would like to know what you do and what you and Stephen are trying to come together from an entrepreneurship position.
We got barbecue and basically barbecue food truck, but it's just a little more bigger. It's a 30-foot food trailer, and we're doing barbecue. The name is Primrose Memphis Style Barbecue.
Okay.
And what we're doing is bringing something new, something fresh.
Okay.
You know, and our slogan is barbecue made with love.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to build it, and hopefully in the next 4 or 5 years we have multiple brick and mortar locations. But that's what we're doing now. Primrose Memphis Style Barbecue, and we have a mobile detailing service, Primrose Mobile Detailing, that we'll do simultaneously. So we'll have the barbecue truck up, and we'll have the mobile detailing service up in the same location, so people can enjoy good barbecue and get a nice car wash.
And you'll be at the Safe Sundays this Sunday as well, right? Where people can get I think Stephen said you guys are going to do a taste run out where people can come out and get a sample of that wonderful barbecue. Man, why you do that to me and I ain't really ate none today? You talking about that Texas style barbecue, man. I'm sitting up here in this booth just imagining with my mouth watering and everything. Man, you done me wrong, brother.
Well, listen, you're always going to be able to get, so it's going to be a telephone call.
All right.
Wherever you just make the call and we come.
Oh, you made my day. And I want to tell you, if y'all want some good barbecue, we're going to have Stephen Boyd. We're going to have Tone. We're going to have Damon. We're going to be doing this thing big, man. We're going to be grabbing these young people out their houses, tenting up. It's not limited to boys, women, men, all girls, boys, all are included to come out to the gymnasium. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. There's going to be tons of information, tons of resources is going to be available. Hey, I think I got LaShonda. Did I pronounce that right? LaShonda. Okay, LaShonda. Okay. I have her on the line, guys. Maybe she has a question or comment for you guys.
Hi. I'm actually Lashana Triplet, and I was asked to call in to provide information on the collaboration of the cleanup that was
Oh,
provided on
yes,
Saturday,
yes.
as
Oh,
well as
wow.
give information about driver
Yes,
license barriers.
absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were able to make it. Hey, you know what? I am so proud of us. We've done a wonderful job collaborating together. And I'm a Triplet fan. Y'all don't even know it, but y'all got fans that y'all don't even know about. I'm like, man, if I ever was able to meet the Triplets, that would just really make my day. And to see you guys come out with our community church cleanup, I tell you what, it really made my heart glad. And you guys, look, y'all didn't just come just to be looking around. Y'all came and y'all got it in. Y'all had the bags and the tools and Dr. Dorothy Heron, we didn't know what we were doing, but we got with you guys and you guys showed us the ropes. So I definitely want to thank you and feel free to share. Can tell us about a little bit about your organization as well.
Well, MLP Outreach Center is a trauma-informed community organization.
Okay.
We work with families and youth to get to the root cause of any behaviors or help remove any barriers that they may have through providing tutoring. We do job readiness skills and life coaching, parenting class, and so they not only people think of DCS as a intervention or a bad thing, but they do a lot of preventative, awesome work as well. And we're able to provide free resources to the community, also through CICS and Lilly Foundation as well. So we just would like to collaborate with the community. Working together works. And there's no need to come out for photo ops, right, Pastor? You have to come in and get in the weeds, and that's one thing that MLT prides with being a boots on the ground, grassroots organization. So anytime that we're needed, please feel free to reach out to us. Again, if you know of any families that are struggling with learning or may need some kind of assistance with removing barriers with COVID, job readiness skills, we are right at 3616 North Sherman Drive, available and open to the community. We have a community garden that was also sponsored by Marion County Prevention, DCS, as well as McFarland Foods and Lowe's. So we are there providing direct support right in our zip code.
Wow.
And another thing I know that you guys were inquiring about is driver's license barriers. And we also collaborate with another organization called One Like Me, and that is with Mr. Thomas Ridley and Miss Lonnie Silva, and she's a professor at the IUPUI School of Law. They provide assistance with removing barriers to obtaining a legal driver's license.
Right.
They have a session that will be February the 18th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. Also another one on March 18th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. And on April 15th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. And that address is at Capital City Church of Christ, 8825 East 42nd Street, and it's right at 42nd and Post.
Wow.
So one of the awesome things that they're able to do, they have computers set up for virtual and to give you that direct service where you're not just coming to talk about it, but it's action field, right?
Right.
They're able to get instant gratification results because they're working with someone, and also being able to talk and speak to law students to get advice. So,
Right.
a great, awesome program that's also funded partially by CICS. So I encourage some of the listeners, and Pastor, even some of the residents who are struggling with obtaining a driver's license or need to be reinstated, to please reach out to that organization
Right.
and attend that workshop.
Well, here's what we need, because with the homicides being what they are in the community where we're located, we need that service to come Community Safe Sundays. We need them to come out and be with us. And so we're going to be talking with Stephen, and we're going to be talking with Tone. And we want the people to come right where the people are. And we definitely and talk with the prosecutor, Ryan Mers. Well, I think he's doing a wonderful job.
Yes, the Marion County prosecutor is also involved in that program.
And so we got to have them come to our Community Safe Sundays, because we're going to be getting those that are off the beaten path in the gymnasium. And we invite you to come as well with your resources. We're gathering these resources, and we want them to come to be a part of what we're doing right in the gymnasium. We'll be there from 6 to 9 every other Sunday. We're going to be there this Sunday. The reason why I'm driving it like this is because I think what Harry Dunn and his wife has done, along with the board and the principal and his staff, made it available so that this huge facility could host a host of different around that, support that, help that be what it needs to be, because it's located right where the people need it the most. They ain't got to catch the bus and figure it out. Everybody is familiar pretty much with the old Forest Manor school that's been redone by Hercules School of Arts. So yeah, we can use you definitely as a resource to do what you do, and also for those who might want to blend into what we're doing. We welcome, the more the merrier, to be a part of that.
We have a grantee meeting on tomorrow with Shauna Majors, with the Office of Public Safety, CICF with Ms. Josette, and all of the grantees that have been recipients of receiving grant dollars to help reduce the crime in our city. And I will definitely put that information out there and ask us as grantees to pull together and see when we all can come, maybe even take rotation shifts to come out Sundays and provide direct support in the community.
They certainly will be more than welcome to come and be a part of that. Let me say this too, and this is what I was saying earlier in the show. Of course, grant dollars are great. When you can get to them, that helps. But I just want to encourage you to know that, hey, we're building in entrepreneurship. We're having our own businesses. I have a construction company. I have a training center.
Awesome.
And it's like we're going to pay our own way. So, we just want to make sure that regardless if you get a grant or not, we shouldn't be grant driven anyway. We should be more service and people driven, is what I'm getting at. And I appreciate those who have received them, and they're more than welcome. We will encourage them and also support them in what they're trying to accomplish, because a lot of times their goal is our goal. We have the same goals. And so, we want to thank God for those who are out on the battlefield, Shauna Majors and her groups and all of those people. We want to thank God for them and what they're doing. Simultaneously, we want to be one of the head leading groups. We want to rise to the level of a triplet group.
Well, that is to God be the glory. Yeah. And I tell you that God will provide. So he opens up the doors, and he has done that for us. Starting at we are still a grassroots organization.
Yeah.
Service driven. So I do agree with you. And one thing that I can say about the group that I work with that have received dollars, they are boots on the ground organizations.
Okay.
And they provide services with or without the grant dollars.
Oh, wow.
The grant dollars does is help them to be able to expand it a little further. So,
yeah. And it's not very much that they receive anyway. You know, it's just not enough to really make the difference that they're trying to make. And so I agree with you. That collaboration piece is huge because it's almost an insult to get that little bit of money and expect that great of a result. It's just almost impossible. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. Hey, but thank you, LaShawna, right? I'm saying it right.
Yes, sir.
LaShawna. I got it. I finally got it. All right. Triplet. I know Triplet, boy. You and your husband, you guys are a power team. I'm so very encouraged to know you guys. And, hey, stop by if you have time, maybe this Sunday at 6. Stop by. We would love to have you. Bring your young people. We'll put a basketball in their hands, see what they got. I'll see if I still got my jump shot. Never mind. I ain't got it. I don't have it. That's a whole nother subject. But thank you so much for coming on Black Power Presents. God bless you too, okay?
Yes. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Well, we still got these men coming on, and I'm trying to get Undercover Brother. He's been blowing my phone up. He's a gentleman that actually, who's actually in Miami prison. He's Undercover Brother, and he gives us a report as to what's going on in Miami correctional facility. From my understanding, talking to him throughout the week, he was telling me how so many individuals have gotten stabbed, and even staff has gotten stabbed. And he was telling me about how horrible that facility is. And so he's going to be on with us next week, and he's going to be my special guest for next week. And he's going to give us a report as to what's going on in the prison system in his facility. We all have experienced some level of incarceration. When I was younger, I was actually in a juvenile center. But God delivered me, and I got saved at 19, and I didn't go to prison. But some of us have, and those conditions are deplorable. And guys, what you guys probably don't know, when people get out, one of the largest residential facilities is located not too terribly far from him by her. It's in 46218, I think. I think it's 46218, but it's in District 17, Duval, which they have, I think they have 350 beds for people, and they're trying to expand that facility. But we need to talk about how we can get involved with long-term care and supporting families and employing people like you guys are doing. I'm quite sure if we start purchasing that barbecue, I'm quite sure you guys are going to start hiring some of the young people in our community. Wouldn't we think that'd be the case?
Well, Pastor, that's our goal. We directly want to hire people that come from the prison system. We're not discriminating any. Our main focus is to get those guys back out, get them readjusted to society, give them good jobs with benefits to make sure they're able to take care of their families. They don't have to turn back to crime, turn back to anything on the other side of the law to make a living. That's one of our primary tactics at criminals. We want to employ give as many chances as we can.
I think that is just phenomenal. So let me say to all my followers on Black Power Presents, and I'm hoping you guys are sharing this on your pages as well. It's time for Black people, and I say this unapologetically, it's time for Black people to help Black people. It's time for us to do what we need to do for ourselves, because we are not a people who are of lack. We are in one of the most wealthiest countries, and as Black people, we are some of the wealthiest people on earth. I don't care what folks say. That $3 trillion is a lot of money that we have, and the problem has been that we have not spent it with us. We spend it with everybody and everything else, but we don't spend it with us. And quite naturally, when you don't support Black business, and teach our youth to be entrepreneurs, then we're buying, but we're not owning. And that's a big problem. So I'm very encouraged to hear you guys say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to get that truck out there. I'm going to wash cars. Hey, I already got Cruise car wash, but guess what I'm going to do? If I need my car wash, I'm going to come and get y'all in between and get that thing cleaned out. I know y'all going to be doing that detailing too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We provide detailing as well as the wash. Full detail, buff. We do it all.
What you say, Doc? You said the buff and on the inside too?
Inside and that.
Hey,
Full buff. We do a full detail service.
With my son that tell him, he said he gonna be washing the cars. He ain't say nothing about the inside, son. What you holding back on me for, man? You didn't say y'all was gonna be doing the inside with the smell goods and all of that.
Yeah, we doing the smell goods, the full detail and everything.
Man, I need my car detailed tomorrow. I'm gonna be the first one in line. Yeah, I need mine hooked up. And on the inside at least, get that together. Look, y'all need to make sure y'all contact these brothers. Listen, what is gonna be your contact information? Y'all doing this right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, put me in for tomorrow. Let's get this contact information. What's your contact information?
The contact information for Primrose Mobile Detailing is 317-619-0909. Also, we have the Instagram.
Son, let me do you like I do my wife. Say that number slow, because somebody was trying to write it. You know, somebody probably had to pull over in the car to try to get it. I want you to say that number real slow so people can catch it. Go right ahead.
Yes, Lord. We're going to do it like this. You want to say Primrose Mobile Detailing 317-619-0909.
Say it again. Say that number again. Say the number again, son, for me real quick.
317-619-0909. Also, add us on Facebook and Instagram at Memphis Primrose Memphis South Barbecue with Primrose Mobile Detailing.
There you go. Look like we got undercover brother calling in from Miami Corrections. Look like he's finally okay, he may call back. Okay. We do want to hear from that brother. But listen, if you want to get your car detailed, give that number again.
619-0909.
0909. And I'm gonna say like my Muslim brothers do. It says shop with your brother before you shop with another.
Amen.
I like that amen. You know what? I like you, Damon. You need to come to the church, man. You got all them amens in you. Okay, well, come on, doctor. Come on with us. Be with us.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's all. I got undercover brother who's trying to call in. Seems like he keep calling the wrong number. We do want to try to see if we can squeeze them in. Yeah. 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 If this You there? You there? Well, you know what? That's very encouraging. To look like I'll be able to get undercover. I'm not gonna be able to get brother on here. I'm just working hard. We're gonna do it next week. But listen, brother, I want you to come, man. I want you to come. You know, this is what I strongly believe. If you put God first, then everything else will work itself out. You know, and that's what I'm doing. Of course, I want things to happen in our community, but I definitely put God first, and that generally works everything out. Look like we got Dr. Dorothy Herron. She was with us on the cleanup on last week. This was her idea, and she even brought the chief of police out on the scene, and we talked. And we had a great talk. Dr. Herron, are you there?
I am here, sir. I am here.
How are you doing? Beautiful, wonderful woman of God. Have a great spirit to serve God's people in the community. You doing all right today?
I'm doing good. I'm clocking out. About to clock out.
You about to clock out.
Yeah, but all is well. It's been a wonderful day. I've been hanging out in the rain and the ice, but it was a good day because I could feel the presence of God throughout my day, and people wanting to be a part, and people cooperating, calling people at the last minute. I am especially happy that Miss Triplett got in and was able to share, because we want our young people to know how much we love them, and we're going to be the miracles in their lives that God is in our lives.
That's right.
Every day there's a miracle going on, and so that's one of our missions, is to let them know that we care and they can look for us to be there for them.
That's
We're only
right.
a phone call away, and I'm just so thankful for Miss Triplett and Miss Joyce, people I just met that's embracing the things that we are asking God to do. So we're a little more involved. He's involved too.
Well, that's great. Well, listen, Dr. Dorothy Herron, we appreciate you calling in. We only got a minute left, but I want to say the undercover brother has been trying to get in. He was not able to get in this week, but no, you're fine. But I do want to give a shout out on next week. We're going to dedicate a whole full hour for him to give us what we need to know in relations to what's going on behind the prison walls, because we know that that's extremely, extremely important. But Dr. Dorothy, we thank you for being a part of Community Church Indy, and we also thank you for that cleanup, Community Church cleanup. I think it was just such a great success, and I know you'll let us know when that cleanup will happen again. But before we get off the air, I want to encourage all of you the community to do better by reducing homicides. Come out, Safe Sundays, Community Safe Sundays, from the hours of 6 and 9. If you would like to have a nice worship experience, come earlier. Next week, we also will be talking to a financial specialist that will be at our church. We're going to, 7 to 12 each Sunday, we're going to be working on financial literacy, and we're helping people get their credit right, helping people if they want to go into owning their own home or owning their own business and whatnot. That's all what we're going to be doing. That's our Sunday school. Our Sunday school is teaching people how to own stuff. And so from 11 to 12, we're going to have financial experts there to help you get access to capital. Even with your expand, you guys might desire to expand, Damien. We're going to have the financial people there, so you don't want to come late to church like Stevie be coming.
I'll be there on time.
Hey, I just threw a brick in there just to make sure he was listening. Well, listen, guys.
I'll be on time this week.
There you go. Hey, 11 o'clock. Okay, so listen, this has been another wonderful episode of Black Power Presents broadcast. I've been your host, Antonio Lipscomb. Continue to tune in every week from 6 to 7 on Monday nights. We have a glorious time. You all have a beautiful, wonderful week, and may God bless you. Peace.
You have been listening to Black Power Presents. We hope that you've been enlightened today. For more information about our sponsor, Minority Contractors Collaboration, and our radio program, please contact us at 317 317-991-3150. That's 317-991-3150. Or contact our host, Antonio Lipscomb, via email at antonio@mccindiana.org. That's Antonio at mccindiana.org. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to you joining us again next week.
The proceeding was a paid program.